Padre, gracias nuestro favor de tocar, Señor. Your apologies. Later, dudes. Let's see who else we got make cards of. This guy's so blue. I wanna be where the people are. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this stroke, trees and how many wonders I won't have. Can never hear it. Sure, she's got it with me. I've got gadgets and gizmos of play. I've got hoses and horses galore. You want to think about I got to know, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be with you. I wanna sing and dance, walking around the looking at things you don't get to. Earth, fire, bird, jumping, dancing, I couldn't stay all day in the sun. Wondering What would I give if I could live out of these words? What would I pay to spend a day where I'm always sad? Bet you won't they understand if they don't remember their daughter. Writing women, sick as swimming, ready to stay. I'm ready to know what to be like. Questions and get some answers. Like, what's a fire? Why does it also burn? When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore the shore of love out of the sea? Wish I could be part of that world. Let's go on an adventure. Let's go on an adventure. Let's go and go. I'm the king, swinging sword. The jungle VIP. I've reached the top and had to stop, and that's what's fun. I wanna be a man, and stroll right into town and be just like the others. I'm tired of walking around. Oh, bitter. I wanna be like you, look like you. You see it's true, and it like me, and hurt me. You too. Nothing trying to keep me. I'm here to do what I desire. and every thought to make my dreams come true. Not giving up to someone, come on, what to give me the love, and drip of the can be like Hey, sorry, I just seen that there was anybody like actually speaking there. Honestly, it just kicked me out and came back. I don't know what the fuck happened. Who's behind me? I know. We're gonna go back to where the people are, right? The day doesn't feel like a day to be fucking around in the woods alone. Shame. Yeah. Just a park. Dunno. Depends how long you're driving for. Depends how long you're driving for. Yeah, Scotlandish. This is just a little part of it. Mm, there is, but nothing poisonous. It's like a little grass snake, right? I keep seeing dragonflies because we're so close to the pond, but it's hard to get them on camera. We're not allowed to jump in, right? Because it's so dirty. Can't even go for this one. We can't say hi at the duck, right? There's some fish. Oh, there's a dragonfly. Oh, hey, Michael. Hope you're well, but just out wandering aimlessly. Like the pond and that, right? Yeah. Oh, probably right. I mean, as well as we can be, right? After we've watched the New Year's. I wish Grey Christian would go on so we could all hear him rant and then we could rant there and be around all the Scottish, right? Mm. And I feel like I've not seen Jenny for ages. Yeah. Did you see the videos for like Glasgow yesterday? I seen the helicopter last night, but I didn't see all the like. I didn't know something was happening until later, and then yeah, that's fucked up. It was right across the street from me, so you've not been back. Oh, busy or just like ugh. Can't be bored with that anymore. Mhm. I basically got banned from Baraka's channel. So that's that, right? Which I assume because I thought it was alright. And then, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. But yeah, I tried to stick up for truth and stuff like that, and then when I sent him evidence, he blocked me basically. So, oh really? Yeah, I mean, there's a few personalities out there, right? That mm, they're not for me. No. But yeah, there's a few personalities that I don't even want to say their name, right? Because I don't want people to start coming at me. Like, I'm a Taylor Swift fans or Ariana Grande fans or something, do you know what I mean? Everybody acts like 14-year-old girls in the comments because you're like, well, wait a minute. Can't this be answered? Can't people just say, you know? So yeah, I think anybody should be able to have questions asked of them, right? If there's something questionable. Me, you, everybody. But yeah, the onslaught, man. It's wild. Oh, hey, Kent. I hope it's nice in Kent. But I don't feel like it's nice anywhere anymore. I feel like everybody's just like, it's fucking chaos. It's chaos. But, so right. What was it, the Ponding shirt? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not into that falling them. I'm not into big brutish people, Jack the Lad types, right? Um, I'm not into people who don't exactly have the best character. They all of a sudden, like Russell Brand being a Christian. Like, oh, let me say Jesus 5 times. All is forgiven, you know? Mhm. So, yeah, I don't think it's, yeah, I don't think it's cool to see people rile up just randos everywhere. I don't think it's cool to see people like arguing with the police, right? Like the children. It's not like they're actually being constructive in any way. There's some petty little arguments. Some of them are, yeah, money. Yeah, people asking for money, that's a hard one, right? Because they should know. And honestly, at this point, if you're not making money off of YouTube, go get a job, right? Like, I don't think it's fair to put it on all of us, like that sanctimonious thing, like, oh yeah, but I'm filming, so you just have to like chip in so that I can pay my bills. Like, mate, I'm not even paying every one of my bills at the end of this month, you know? So yeah, I think that there's enough people on fucking job seekers allowance that could walk about and film with their camera, do you know what I mean? Homeless would get a better camera than me, more time on their hands, let them go film all day. Like, yeah. I don't like people putting themselves on a pedestal and saying, I am so great, right? Because that's not it. I was in like a super wooded bit earlier and I ended up coming out of it because I was like, this doesn't actually feel safe, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe because there was like a riot last night, right? But still, I think there's too many places people can like hide and stuff, right? So yeah, it might sound crazy, but I think all the men should go outside with shears and cut back all the bushes, all the creepy hiding places, right? Because there's way more of them than people think. And I know that because I'm a weirdo that spends a lot of time in forests and shit, you know? So yeah, I think that we need to do stuff like that, right? To actually make it safer. Mhm. I've heard a lot of people today being like, oh, this is what you should do with a pedophile. Like, right, well, no pedophile bodies have shown up on the streets, right? So clearly you're all talking shit. Every single person that has said that to anyone in the last year, I feel like shit, right? So otherwise we'd be like, oh shit, look at this fucking pedophiles hanging from the trees. But there ain't. So yeah, worked all day, PCO mate. Yeah, I came outside because I can't be bothered dealing with my computers. I need to like get the all this. Oh, it's boring, right? It's IT shit. Your little bench. Yeah, I think so, Kent. Right? I think we're going to see a lot of vigilantism. I think we're going to see. I mean, look at the man in Edinburgh, right? He got charged with terrorism for taking matters into his own hands. Um, I mean, look at what a beautiful day it is out today. Like, it's absolutely stunning, right? And well, like when you go past here, then there's like a forest, right? And honestly, it does not feel safe to like just have a little wander through. And I'm an adult. I'm a grown up. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I think like, what about the kid? You know, that's like walking up the side of the road and the guy's just there. I'm well aware of the fact that even if I work out every single day from now for the next 6 months, I'm not going to be as strong as a teenage boy, right? I'm going to be strong enough to kick anyone's ass. So yeah, it's worrisome. Mm. And like in my whole life, I've never felt like suspicious. Like I never felt like, oh, what's that person up to, or you know? Yeah. See if I'm out after dark and then I see like young kids and stuff, I feel like weird. You know? I feel like I want to go say to them, like, why the fuck are you outside? I want to take them, make them go to their house and say, why the fuck is your kid in the street at this hour? You know? I don't know. I feel like we have to start being more a village, right? And we can't just keep thinking that the government is going to fix stuff when, mm, I don't know. when people aren't looking after them, right? Like they aren't taking care of their kids. Yeah. So yeah, I think that right. Like it would be yeah. We'll need to start taking a lot more responsibility, right, for the fact that some people do see their neighbours' kids and are like just kids that live in their neighbourhood. And they're like, fuck, that kid must have a fucked up life, right? Well, that's it. We just think that and then we move on and go down to, I don't know, where do people go? Starbucks? Is that still a thing people do? Yeah. But it's weird. It's weird to feel like this, right? Where you think like, I don't know, being out in the dark and stuff. Like, how cool actually is this to do? You know? So yeah, that's a weird feeling to have. I don't like it. And if I have that, I can't imagine what someone 20 years younger than me feels about it, right? I feel like then, um, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like some of them must just be never going outside. And then the ones that are outside don't even understand, right? Because their home life is so chaotic. Mm, so, yeah, I didn't see. Oh no. It was like one guy, and then I didn't know, on his spree, he stabbed like five Muslims and stuff. And then he's screaming like, um, I'm doing this to protect the country, all that kind of shit. The Muslims are raping our daughters. And then they're like, right, that's it, jail. Jail for you. Yeah. So yeah, it was a look. A look. Oh, when I went out with Essie, I went with Essie to see Teddy Swims, right? I mean, this bit is technically a walk. Yeah, let's go for the walk. Yeah. Yeah, I still go to Loch Lomond. I was thinking about going to Stirling soon. Then I was thinking about, I don't know, going on an aeroplane at some point. Yeah. Essie's definitely what you see on camera, right? Like what you see is what you're getting. It's not, she's not putting on a show or nothing. It's not some showbiz personality that's happening. I thought it was a festival at the lock. No, I had Teddy Swims tickets, and then I had said to her I would meet her so many times. I was like, oh, come up for that. So, but then when we were at the concert, there was no signal at all. Like, none. Not even to like text and shit like this. I took screenshots of all the Wi-Fi and stuff that was switched on, right? But I really don't understand why a gig would need to like Wi-Fi in the first place, right? Like, why do they need the internet? Player got like guitars and shit. What the fuck are you playing through the internet? There's like Starlink switched on and all this shit. But we were completely locked out, right? There was not a chance we were going live, nothing. And I guess I can understand, right? Having like a whole concert and people like, let's go live. But yeah, it was kind of crazy. But yeah, Essie had never been to a concert in her life before. Like, that was her first ever concert, which is just nuts to think about. And then it was her first time on the subway as well, which is cool. Yeah. All the songs and shit. Yeah, I totally could start a cult, I swear. Yeah. I think I'm into it, right? Because then by the time a few people like pay their dues into the cult, you've got enough money to buy a decent bit of land. They're all happy to help you build it. Yeah. Fancy a game of golf. It would be cool to start a cult, I'm not gonna lie. I think it'd be surprisingly easy as well, right? If you are like, I guess you have to have certain characteristics, right? Or like a certain playbook. And you have to stick to it. And I think you almost have to like stop being like empathetic or humanitarian to be a cult leader as well, right? I think that's when you surely just start seeing people as the way the government sees us, right? Just a number, a entity that's carrying out tasks for a portal. Someone to like carry your word, carry your message. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, I was looking at changing jobs. I feel like a lot of jobs don't even seem like they're real anymore, right? You know, I think I'd rather start shouting at stuff than have to work on a computer anymore. I think like manual labour is actually the way forward, right? If you're doing something human. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sitting on the computer all day. Just not it anymore, right? Like go outside and that. Fluorescent lights and the air's always a temperature that you just don't know, right? Like you don't know what's happening outside in the world. Mm-hmm. The bagpipe championships is tomorrow. Tomorrow. What am I talking about? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm sure. That's pretty cool, right? Mm. I'm not sure exactly how the bagpipe championships work, right? But they're happening. So that's pretty cool. Mm. I think Glasgow Green's going to just slowly become an events venue rather than a park, right? Sort of like Bella Houston, where they were like, ah, fuck it, this patch of land is big enough for a stage. That'll do. Yeah. I said Kilby Grove Park for the Bella. That was a whole thing. I didn't stay the whole day, but I checked it out for a minute. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did question the no signal thing though, right? Like, what if something happens outside? What if something happens inside the dead zone? Then you can just get nuked, right? And you wouldn't be able to tell anyone. Like, you actually wouldn't be able to, like, reach for help or anything like that. Because you would just be, yeah, I think it was a good 10-minute walk to be out of it, which is nuts. I did think about that, all the times we see a dome coming over people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keep to the left, darling. Keep to the left. That's, you just trying to wind me up for doing that all of a sudden. sure home today. I feel like I wore the wrong top. I wasn't really sure that it was going to be so warm today. Mm-hmm. Oh shit, yeah, your operation, Michael. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, I thought about you on the day of it, and then yeah. So how did that go? Did you? I don't know. I guess you spent the week spangled, wrecked your house. Not a bad way to spend the week, right? Yeah. I really felt you like you got rest. Beautiful. Yeah. But yeah, surgery's not cool. Mm. Now you're awake. That's crap. Except for that, if you made them drug you up. They don't give me drugs, right? I think eventually they just write it on your chart and like, nah, they don't need it. Tougher than he looks. Yeah. The dentist was trying to like, do stuff in my mouth without numbing it up. And then I was all, calm yourself, lady, you know? I did try, but nah. Nah. But yeah, fall into great. Try to drill into your face. I'm like, right, get up, you'll be fine. Yeah. I seen a robot pharmacist last night. Well, like a hole in the wall, right, collection point thing. I just talked to a computer. So that was interesting. I wonder how many of them are going to see around the place. Mm. I mean, if I worked in a chemist, I'd rather it was a hole in the wall that you had to push everything through, but still, that's crazy, right? Yeah. I still got an ice cream off the ice cream man on my way around. Yeah. When I press the button. I'm gonna need to find myself a karate class or something, right? Um, I was always doing Krav Maga for a little bit, and then the big lock-in happened, and then I let them stab me. So after that, I never really felt good enough to do it again, right? I suppose felt hot and tired, but figured I'd make yourself still just go. Yeah. The signs are like, oh, you can get to this place 3 hours away. I feel like cute. Yeah, we're going a few hour walk, see where we end up. Mm. I think about a little bit of hill climbing for a day. I don't think you could like live stream and hill climbing, right? I think that's going to be a wait till you get to the top, and then we'll talk about it. I don't think it can be. Yeah, I don't know. Hill climbing doesn't give me phone in your hand once talking to the chat. There's a lot of places to go like practice rock climbing. I have learned that rock climbing is just not for me, right?
My old bike doesn't even have suspension.
Sorry, I was reading the message here. Freaking yeah. At the end of the video, from up the street. And all the people shouting. So I want to see how many police officers they send. To deal with people, right? Where like there's like I think over 20 police officers there just for a data thing that should be just done in by now, right? I don't see what the fuck the issue is. So yeah. And then we'll see other people go to jail, right? We'll see Scottish people go to jail for being there and fighting or for getting too worked up and lashing out and shit. Oh, sorry for the ASMR. I didn't even get it. Maybe you'll have to listen to the war. Can't read a book, it's hard. Or because of light changes, right? You end up like sometimes you gotta see your screen anyway. Mm. So yeah. Mm. I feel like I'm getting better at holding the camera. I have some pictures for a snack. Oh, crazy. What? You need to eat something salty when you drink the water, right? Yeah, but get inside your body. I get the organ trouble. Mm. I want to find somewhere to sit and smoke, but I feel like it's people everywhere. Oh fuck. That's what I feel like. There's just people all around the place. I feel like sit beside this pump. No one's taking my plants. That's so funny. So many fucking cheekies about. Terrible. Terrible thing, kids. Complete a perfect process. This is not a food review, but the own brand fruit pastas out of Aldi are like more sugary, and the ones out of Lidl are like, I don't know, they're like thicker but also softer. I don't know how to explain it.
Where you go? Go to Denver.
Were you guys up there in the weekend? Oh, yeah, in Crown Hill last night, Michael, there was a riot. People were all mad that, because there was like a pedophile, right? There was like a 14-year-old, and then everybody went to say, here, you have to send that guy home, basically. Yeah, that's all I said. And then, yeah. Sorry. Oh, it's nice. Making my hand. But yeah, I was just up the street from me. Wow. I feel up the street, right? I feel up the street like all the time. Mm. The good home people, right, for not just standing for it and like sticking up for their communities and shit. Guys, that shit's not okay, right? Mm. Mm. Yeah, then there was where was it? I'm sure it was under the Kingston Bridge or something. There was like a rape and that was an immigrant and it's getting pretty fucking barbaric out there, right? I'm pretty sure the numbers went up by like 400%. And I think that was less than 3 or 4 years. And honestly, if you told me it was months, I'd believe you because the fact that it can go up by this amount in any amount of time is just barbaric, right? It was only a few years ago people were talking about like oh that's like the culture we have. And it wasn't true before, but it seems true now. Well, at least not our culture, right? But our country. It's true for our country. Mm. So yeah, I think it's something that we need to actually start being, I don't know, a lot more fucking proactive about it or something, right? But then look what happens to people who are. Mm. Mm. Yeah, money control. Mm-hmm. I feel like women are going back to the dark ages. Well, and men are too, but mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like it'd be better to just sleep all day and film all night, right? I feel like I'd see far more of what's happening. I think the shit that happens at 3 a.m. is important. I think a lot of stuff happened during COVID that we just weren't aware of. Mm-hmm. Imagine what you can do in the night. You could vanish a whole town. You could replace a whole town, right? You could show up and remove an entire village for their homes and tell them if you tell anyone in the new place what happened, you go to jail, right? And then that's that. There's fuck all you can do about it. Most people don't realise, like, oh, the government's full of shit anyway. That they're not big or important. But, yeah. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna walk. Walk. So yeah, it's certainly interesting to see how much chaos is allowed to happen when we're all aware that it could have been stopped a long time ago. Oh, really? Oh, so they're saying, right, just wait until we've got everybody's fingerprints. We're all good. We're all good after that trip. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It's funny how the world's run by pedophiles and all we're seeing happen now is like sexual deviancy, right? Across the fucking board. Kids aren't safe in schools. Fuck, the kids that social workers come from, do you know what I mean? Dread to think what the shit they get put through all the time now. The reason why people become drug addicts, right? And then the cycle keeps going. And the system turned your mom into a drug addict and then they took you. And then they do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's a good system and if you're into human trafficking, I guess. Right? You're into harvesting souls for your own enjoyment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a pedophile saying I'll keep them safe. Very good. You know, we know what's best. Like, what are you talking about? That's crazy, right? Yeah. when I watch TV and stuff now, right, I dread to think I don't know. That's what it feels when you watch it all back, right? It's like some type of dread where they I put so much stuff in your head without you even knowing that you're not even sure how it affected every single thought and action that you had in life, right? Like every decision you made. And actually, a lot of them were just because pedophiles were making TV shows for us. Yeah. You know, twisting our precious little minds into whatever the fuck they felt like. What was I watching? Dirty Rock. Vinny's watched that. And honestly, like, it's weird because it's a funny show, but then at the same time, a lot of their jokes are actually like jokes about people, right? You're like, oh, that guy's so creepy. And then, well, how can they make the joke? I don't understand that, right? Like, how is it okay for them to make a joke like that on a TV show while it's all still happening, right? Because it would have been. Oh, hey, Haley. How are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Morning. Yeah, get the coffee on. I was going to try and cross the road, but apparently that's not happening. Yeah. Yeah. I'm afraid you missed the pond. What? It's a pond, right? It was a pond in the sunshine. Yeah. And then we were just having a chat about how pedophiles rule the world, but what make all the rules about children and such, right? And well, I don't know. I don't want to see riots, but at the same time, I kind of hope to see a lot more riots, right? I actually hope that there's more riots than they can handle. I think we have to start having protests in every city, so that these guys realise they're actually outnumbered, right? I feel like the way we're doing it right now is just not effective. Um, I don't know. It's like a thing where events are always held in major cities, right? And eventually, like smaller cities are like, fuck's sake, like give us a ton. But it costs so much money, right? To travel, to eat, to do all these different things. So if everybody just had their own little protests on the same day, even more people might actually turn up just because logistics and finance. Sorry, I don't know why I had to bring you out onto the loud road. Yeah, we need a revolution, right? Where the fuck's Tracy Chapman? Talking about a revolution. Don't you know? Ah. What the fuck was that noise? Yeah. It is like a thing that I did think about, right? Is because where was I? At some point I was outside and I seen the helicopter, and then and the fact that it was like staying still, I was like, oh, what the fuck is that watching? And then it wasn't until after the fact I seen it happening. I mean, I didn't come on social media to ask her anything, right? Because I just thought, moved on. But anyway, it was weird that something was happening like that, right? So loud and crazy, and it was so close by. Yeah, you somebody don't even know, right? Like you don't know what your neighbours are up to. Sorry, guys. I dropped you. That wasn't very cool of me, I know. Yeah, they are changing the laws all the time, right? Like they're changing the laws on just people being able to walk around on film, and that's why they stop all the people who film like all the protests and stuff, right? This one's for Laurie. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like when they say one world, right? Every country is included. Like no country's gonna get away with it. Apart from, I guess, countries that are actually self-sustainable, right? Like well, I say self-sustainable, and then I say North Korea, but unless your country is actually like completely closed off, then you're in it, right? Because you've been doing trade with people and you owe somebody a favor, and you can't just like leave the mafia, right? You can't just stop being a gangster. So, yeah, I do think about things like that. Where like they've all gone so far that they can't get out, right? Because your grandpa owes somebody a favor before you've even had the fucking chance. Yeah. Mm. It's like the money thing, right? Even if you ask like the robots, they'll say, "Oh, you don't have any money left. Like your city has no money. Your country's going to be bankrupt by this point." Like at some point it all starts taking effect, right? Mhm. But then it's like the chain of like how a t-shirt's made, right? One person's growing the cotton, they're selling the cotton to the guy that makes the fabric, the guy that makes the fabric sells it to the guy that dyes it, the guy that dyes it sells it to the guy that cuts it into a t-shirt, you know? And then you buy a t-shirt because they're like, well, you need a t-shirt to be out in public. And then they say, well, it's your fault. This man gives this person a cup of rice and shit, right? Crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Alex. It's a nice day. It's pretty spectacular. Yeah. I hope the sun comes out for all you guys. Let's go spend a little time in it, right? Even people that don't like the outside should still have to spend 20 minutes outside every day. Even if all you do is find a corner and just hate every single second of it. You should still have to do it. Mm. I don't know if you can see the front of the trees or if it just looks like more sky. The war will be fun, right? We'll have a great time. We'll figure out some like, you know, our own version of jailhouse recipes and it'll all be good. I mean, they're still going to let us have social media in the war, right? And still have your little online diary. I'm considering just getting really fat. Good job, Alex. It's a bit hot for cutting the grass, mind you. Yeah, it's a bit hot for anything. But yeah, I was considering getting really fat, right? So that at least when the starvation happens, I'm doing all right. I'm no longer going to be a jogging type of person. You know, they're going to be the fucking front line. I'll fucking sit in my arse and wait for the 3-month boot camp, right? And I'm like, shit, this bitch can't lift nothing. That's more my speed, thank you. Either that or I'm going to make a fake penis out of ham and say, mate, I'm still waiting for my operation. See if that works. I don't know. I'm not going to war. And I don't want to see the game where they do the little lottery, right? But like, your postcode get pulled, you die. Like, what? You fucking decided this. Yeah. Craziness. Yeah. Glass of wine, right? I started buying some yeast and sugar. So at least I've got that in the cupboard, right? And I can go pick some blackberries or whatever. So I definitely recommend that, right? Make sure that if you're working on any supplies, it's a party supplies. Uh, Start learning to grow what we smoke and shit. At least in the world there won't be as much against us when we try and smoke, right? So everybody will be too busy dodging bullets. Hopefully. Yeah, people do, I mean, getting candles is a good idea, right? But really, you could just go to sleep. You could just go to sleep when it's dark. Candles are only good if you want to like read a book. And I don't think Wuthering Heights will be a priority during the war. Do you know what I mean? About a fucking Anne Frank's diary. Some people will be writing it themselves. 2.0. You get a funny feeling it might be us whites. Yeah. But then if my boyfriend doesn't marry me soon, then I'm probably just gonna go marry a Polish, right? Go spend a bit of time over there. Enjoy some peace and quiet. No one tell him I said that. Fuck it, tell him I said it. Might get his fingers out actually. More than 3 years now. Yeah. But it's, I don't know. It wasn't Rosie's a full time, right? That sort of changes people's plans a little bit. Yeah. We're engaged for 7 years. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to end up with those kind of vibes, right? Like, where it's actually just a shut up ring. Yeah. So yeah, I try not to like, you know, make too much jokes to him about it, but he is well aware that I'm a catch, right? And he can't just leave me hanging forever. Marry your husband for business purposes. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, buying a house. At least someone can be harder than getting divorced, right? Just try to get rid of the house. Yeah. But yeah, I had some issues with, like, in his family, right? They were just being inconsiderate towards me on the whole topic of having children. And then when he said they were being inconsiderate, his mum chose to just be like, well, I don't fucking like it anyway, right? So it made it kind of weird. And then, yeah, we didn't talk for a little bit. And then a few months ago, he went to his friend's wedding without me. And well, that's left me feeling a type of way because ain't nobody on the internet saying, oh, he went to a wedding without you 3 years into a relationship. He totally wants to marry you, girl. You feel me? So yeah. Yeah. I need to record that. Well, I have had two immigrants try and marry me, just before I met this one. So I could be out there. All sorts of people be begging me for a green card, right? Promising me all the things I want. Like, I've got 15 goats at home, girl. Okay. Yeah. 60 years, wow. That's crazy good. Yeah. You don't see that very much at all. hmm But then we were all convinced it was a bad idea, right? We were all told, oh, if someone annoys you, tell them to fuck off. You don't need no drama. Yeah. But yeah, I guess it's that, right? Like, between doubting yourself, between what social media tells us, like, um, if you don't have a good example of what a healthy relationship looks like, how do you stand a chance, right? 50? Wow. That's incredible. I wonder if they realise, right? If, like, your parents at 15, 60 years anniversaries actually realise, like, some of us will never even see that now, right? Unless I live past 90, I'll never see that. Like, how old did you all have to live to? If you're not already married, right? Mm. So yeah, that's quite a strange one, right? Oh look, this guy's like amazing. Very symbol and shit. Remember them. So, but yeah, these are the people that, like, made all the rules, right? Yeah. I guess it's the same as driving now, right? If, mm, I feel like America has a different driving culture than Britain. Like for years, it's like a rite of passage, right? Like even poor kids learn to drive somehow. I don't know. But we did not have that, right? Like now for your first like driving, like set a driving test, all that sort of stuff, like you're talking about £2,500, right? And that's for someone who's quick with it. That's for someone who is smart. And then if yeah, the insurance, all that sort of stuff, right? But yeah, that's for a smart kid. You're talking above £2,000. And that's kind of nuts, right? But yeah, I noticed America's just, I don't know, it's a bit healthier with it or whatever. Yeah. Nice sunny day, and I'm like, oh, let's go for a walk in the graveyard, guys. The bond was nice, but I find it really difficult to film when there's like little kids around. I feel weird about that, right? And then I don't know. I do my best to move the camera and stuff, but we just don't know what's happening in a kid's life to do that to them and let people. I don't know. Like we have school uniforms here, so a school uniform sort of identifies where a child lives, right? Where they're going to be at 9 o'clock every day. So this, they even say to parents like, you cannot take pictures of your child inside the school or with their school clothes on. And I mean, parents still do, right? But you're not considering which children are actually like foster children or they've had to move home because one of their parents is dangerous or, you know, anything like that. Or just people don't want it, right? One of my friends doesn't have the internet. They've never had the internet. They're, they can't do that stuff. Yet somehow I've seen them on video on the internet and they're completely unaware it's happening, right? They're just like going about their business, but they're there. Oh, oh Haley, I'm gonna get to the good ones right now. Where do you see these bad boys? So I was talking about it, right? But I didn't have a clip. Well, I did have footage, but there's a lot of anti-Semitic stuff being said. Mm, yeah. This guy's 1932 and 1933. '43, this guy. Notice how most of them are all knocked down though. This guy must have been rich. When's this? 1929. He died. 65. Like out at the bottom, it's like deeply mourned by his wife, sons, and daughters. Winter 1926. Yeah, they're all meant to be on this, right? And they do say sometimes like, oh yeah, we take them down because they're gonna fall down. But the entire graveyard. Oh yeah, Alex, like I go and look in the graveyards for like the masons and stuff, right? So I've seen like one with like a snake eating itself and stuff like that. Here's some hands. They like to say deeply mourned. But yeah. Then I found these guys, so I was like, let's go investigate them. They're so rest in peace. Oh, that would be cool, really. I was looking at flights, right? But a one-way flight in most of America is only like £500, give or take. And then beloved and pleasant in their lives, and then death not provided. So yeah, they were like £500. And then I was saying to my boyfriend, like, oh, I'm just gonna get one of my friends to pretend like I'm working for them, right? And then I have a piece of paper that says, oh no, she's needed in this country desperately. Was it 24th Tebet? You see that? All the graveyards like weirdly are kept, right? So that's something I want everybody to tell me. I wish I could ask people in all sorts of places, right? Just go through the graveyard by your house and tell me what kind of condition it's in. Yeah, I can walk up that way. Because I don't think this is how, you know? And then the necropolis, like the biggest, like, well, the most famous one in the city. That's a riot incident. Yeah. I did see the synagogue when I was out already. Hi. I know, I'm showing my pals it. It's fucking cool, isn't it? Oh, does it? Oh, really? Oh. Thanks for warning me, because I think I can just go. Aye. That's a shame. Oh, wow. That's a shame. Mhm. Well, thank God for these guys, right? And I would have went in there first. Aye, thank you. And you'll hear me screaming. I'm loud enough. Take care. Mm. Yeah, we always put our birth date right. Well, depending on someone's style, I guess. That's good that that guy come to tell me here, watch yourself, it's fucking, there's a mine shaft under my feet. And some kid was walking here and his dog went in over where those trees are in the back and just died, you know. Yeah, that sounds cool, Haley. Yeah. Yeah, we can just spam emojis, right? I don't know. That's about as fun as we can make it for a kid, right? I don't even like see like the little, I don't know, little gifty things you can send and they don't always, like people can click rabbit ears or whatever and the rabbit ears don't always show up. I don't think that's very cool. Yeah. Maybe Hanukkah was this guy's favourite. This guy wouldn't eat it as well. I don't even want to walk on this shit now. I swear I would honestly, if I fall into Jewish bones just in the mud, oh gosh, could you imagine? I'm just stoned for the story that guy told me. It's too fucking hot. Do you know what I mean? God. What is happening? Fucking hell. That's like when you smoke a joint and you think you're going to chill and then you realise like your kid's still awake, but not only that, they put cereal around for some reason, you know? Yeah. Oh, see, these people have a lot of just died ones, right? Maybe it's just, maybe that's a guy thing to write when you were born. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to learn more about tombstones, I guess. Started putting some over here. It's like, no, double Torah. Hit me with that double Torah. Yeah, they do come and take ones down that they know aren't safe, right? Because they don't want people getting sued for being so dumb that a gravestone fell on them. You know, all those emo teenagers hanging out, smoking cigarettes and stuff. Yeah, 1955 and stuff like that. I mean, that's not a huge amount of people. But yeah, it's it's someone's job to come and check. And then Nick made a joke about how maybe they just cheaped out, right? Because it's like all of them. He's like, what if they actually just cheaped out on having stuff made? And that's why they've all fallen down. I don't think I told that joke the way he told it, but still. Yeah. Shout out to whoever made prescription sunglasses. Honestly. Shit's magic. There's a wee bench if you want to just sit in. I don't know. Wonder the life of these guys. They have a wall coming in, but for some reason it's shut. That was like a rich people thing. I think like they bury yourself at home, or a super poor people thing. But we do have laws about like where you can bury a person. So yeah. I just like I'm sure there's a weird rule about where you can bury a horse as well. So that would be creepy when some people dig up someone's horse at some point. But yeah, they don't like us to do stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. Oh, they buried them at the plantations. Ah. Yeah, I think it might have been a thing like back in the day, right? Because people seen it as like, no, this is my land. This is my land. I'll keep all my family here, and they wanted to like point at their ancestors and stuff, right? They tell people like, oh look, that's my great uncle Francis. He came here on a boat. We're being invaded by people that can get cheap flights on, you know, jet to holiday. That's so sad. See, why would they require us to be in a vault, right? What have they put in our body that they don't want in the ground? Like, that's weird, right? Yeah. And then the British government gave money for Muslim people to buy their own graveyard, right? Oh, I'm going to take you to a cool graveyard, and it has Jews and Muslims like together. See, I'll take you up there pretty soon. I'm going to see what that looks like. Yeah, just let us be, right? I don't know why they're all such weirdness with this. But then they say in Britain, right, unless you have like 5 grand, you actually can't afford to die, right? And that's like a poverty funeral. It's £5,000. That's not including a headstone. It's not including a snack, you know. So yeah, it costs about 5 grand to die. and it only goes up every year, right? And then eventually they'll say there isn't any space. There's no space for graves anymore. Oh yeah, Haley's got a glam day. Nice. Girls' day out. That sounds amazing. I hope you wear something that's been like sitting in your closet that you're like, oh, I can't wear that. People will look at me, you know. I hope you go full fashionista. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, they just point me towards the crematorium anyway, right? Yeah, that's your better option. Yeah. Mental. Oh yeah, that's good. You're ready. It can take a minute. I wish I were closer and I'd send you like 50 dresses if I could. You know, I like shoes and stuff. Yeah. Sometimes I get all dressed up, right, just for the sake of it, even though you're not really going anywhere because I feel sad to leave the cool clothes in the cupboard. Just sat there all freaking sad. Mm. That's a crazy place. Seems like a fun day out though, right? So yeah, in Britain the rule is like you can donate your body to science, but if you donate your body to science, you then can't donate your organs. 'Cause science has your organs. Um, yeah, and then everybody's an organ donor now, right? So you have to opt out rather than opt in, which is kind of crazy, right? Because they're acting as if like, nah, but we're doing you a favor, and it's like, well, not really, right? Because you've just opted in a generation of elderly folks into organ donation when they can't figure out how to get on the internet to unsubscribe to whatever the fuck you call that, you know? They never try to do you a favour. They just learn to spin move it and say, you know what, we're taking them anyway. They don't have to cold call at the door, right? And stop even showing me the goose properly. That's cool. I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, I watched a whole body cam thing in an interview yesterday, and the parents are trying to say, no, we gave that kid breakfast this morning. And the guy said, that kid's, there's no food in this kid's system at all, right? Like, and he's been dead way longer than you're telling me. They're like, nah, we gave them breakfast. And then they started blaming it on their other kid, saying, well, when we say we mean we told her. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. So we're to see how many cases of the like family side there is, right? How many times people have wiped out their own. And for a million different reasons as well, right? It's not even like it's they all thought the world was going to end and they did it. They'll make up their own little things. That's a lovely. I hope you have a super day. Stay hydrated. It's hot today. We jump in the shower with Haley. Cool off of it. If I knew it's gonna be this warm, I would have came outside in my pants. Yeah, a little bit of shade, right? It's crazy how yeah, it's just crazy how the heat comes in this place, right? It's like it rains for a week and then all of a sudden it's like, nah, we're gonna cook you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I went out in the sun, I don't know, like a week and a half ago. And you know, it's one of the things when you don't turn it enough. So one side's like cooked and then the other side's just white as it. But it's also slightly better than being cooked on both sides, right? Fucking thrilling conversation, isn't it? Mm-hmm. The traffic lights in Manchester make a different noise to the one here. I didn't notice it. I'm just assuming it's green because the red guy went away. What they're gonna do. Have you ever thought about starting a gym, Michael? Having a little rabble at us. I'm kind of glad that I don't get pushed out into the sphere though, right? Because I don't really want to talk to a million people. I just want to say to a few people, like, hey, I hope you're good out there. That's what I really think is best. No, I actually have a long sleeve top on because I didn't realise it's sunny out. It's going to be outside. But the shoes I'm wearing basically makes me feel like I'm walking in my socks, right? That's pretty nice. So yeah. Then I totally forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, no sun cream. Fuck that shit. You just have to remember to go in the shade and stuff, right? Have you already deal with bastard cops? There's some 5G. Should be coming out the lighting clear, right? Should probably pick up myself flying. Next time it's a full certain. Yeah, I think I'm really lucky I have a long sleeve top on, right? Because it's just so hot. But then I've stayed in countries where it's hot, right? I think that you just need to not sit in all damn day. And I guess acclimatized to it, right? Where yeah. But apart from that, no. I need to spin like a chicken just so that at least I'll burn evenly, right? But I'm glad you just gave it a little walk today. I can't believe we've been out for 2 hours. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Mhm. Maybe we'll go see a castle or something tomorrow, right? That might be kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go to Fife and surprise Michael. I bet I could track him down, right? Or at least he would hear about it when he goes to the shop to buy milk. People are going to be like, mate, there's some weird lady with curly hair looking for you. Yeah. We're not always invisible as we wish we were, right? Edinburgh. Why did I say Fife? Sorry. Honestly. Maybe losing my mind. It's mental, isn't it? I think everywhere's mental, but yeah, just depends who you bump into, right? Mhm. I think because I'm always looking at stuff, I probably look like a tourist everywhere I go, right? The other week we were out playing a game, and I basically look like a tourist in my own city because we were solving the puzzles based on the architecture and stuff. So it's pretty funny. Taking apart there, right? Just across the road here, that's like where the prison is, and then one of the prison guards got his car blew up in the car park. I think that was like last year, maybe. But yeah, there's a little bit of it. Yeah, newcomers, the new fifers. Fucking get a lot of them picking up the accent. Yeah. I was live in Kelvin Grove Park the other day and people kept saying to me, where are you? Where are you in the world? You know? Because honestly, I wish I could have took my flag out my thing. and no one would have known, right? Yeah, the little towns are going to get hit now, right? Because you can't pour any more into the cities. And then who in a little town has a platform to get their voice heard, right? That's part of the problem is that there is people saying like, hey, look what's happening right here, like right in my neighborhood. But yeah, there's no big voice. It's crazy. See what's happening across Scotland right now. And I'm sure there's stuff happening in towns you haven't even heard about it yet. Oh, I forget what her name was. But there was a lady before, right? And then she used to just like say to everyone, like, no, you don't understand. Like, you should see the state of Wales. Like, look at Wales, you know? That's what she would say over and over. And then she'd say, like, there's no one for Wales, right? There's no voice for Wales. So, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But yeah, we'll get there though, you know? Sit in the sunshine, play with a butterfly. I've got some bubbles in my bag, you know? If I feel a bit sad, I can blow some bubbles, cheer myself right up. But that's all you can do, right? Just, yeah, put on some music, put on a t-shirt you like, be happy, make the most of it, right? Yeah, the English people have been living it for a long time. And in some places have been living it for 10 plus years and shit. It's wild. 15 years maybe. Honestly, I think it's more like 30 years now, right? So yeah, I think that we're all about to find we have a story on our own doorstep. Because shit's right round the corner for me now, right? But it's been there. It's been happening. It's been happening to all of us. But we all win, right? There's no way we can't. The good guys always win. Um, I believe in you guys more than I believe in those guys. So yeah, we'll smash it. We just need to work on how we can all have an island now, right? That's the best one. Yeah. But yeah, we're smart, we're resourceful, we know how to have a good time. But yeah, I hope you all have a good time. Whatever else you get up to today, tonight, tomorrow, I don't know. I'll see somebody's on off topic later maybe. I'll see who else is live to say hi to them. I don't know. Yeah. But I am gonna go away in a second. So I can go on a bus. Make some friends on the bus and that, you know. But yeah, thanks for coming to chat to me. Just being yours, right? That's what I like the best about you, though. There's you. And that's pretty cool. But yeah, peace and love. All that good stuff.